So I decided to carve out a little vase that I made yesterday on the wheel. Insert the video here. And I was trying to figure out what am I going to put on the vase, just to be a little bit different for a change, because I always do comical characters, and I was like, let me go look into my old portfolio, and I had a look at some of my designs that I did on the computer when I was learning technology and how to illustrate using technology. And I came across these really cute animals that I had done, and I've never used them, so I figured I'm going to put this on my vase and carve it out and either paint it or use oxides, I'm not really sure, but I'm going to carve that out today. And because I'm doing an elephant, I wore my elephant earring that I made long ago. He was a bit of a fail, but I still wear him. I broke his friend, the other one, for the other side. Yeah, they're ceramic, so they break easily. Yeah, life of a potter. So I'm going to wear it today anyway. Ow! That's the problem with having too many piercings in your ears. I've got 3 on each side, and sometimes when you're putting an earring on, you actually put it in the wrong hole where there's already an earring, and that kind of hurts. So anyway, forgive me. Irrelevant. Let's get back to pottery. I'm going to start carving now. So here's my vase. Here's my carving tool. And here's my elephant. Yeah, that just happened. I'm losing my mind. I think that's kind of what happens when you don't see people that often. You have to learn how to entertain yourself. Don't feel bad about it. Just own it. So here's my little vase on my banding wheel. Whoop. What I'm going to do now is I'm first just going to measure where I want to put the elephant. So measuring tape. It's probably just a few centimeters. I use pencil. Pencil fires away in the kiln, so I never use pen because you never know. Pen might actually show up. Now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take my elephant, and you won't see it, but on my elephant I've actually marked like a little, where is it? I've marked a little pencil mark there, so I know where the middle of the elephant is, because I drew some pencil lines just to make sure. I don't know, I like to be accurate. I like to call myself a perfectionist, but so I've put the elephant where I want him, in the center, and what I'm going to do now is, I'm just going to use the pencil and just quickly trace it. And I know some potters are like, why do you need to trace? I trace because I do a lot of my designs on the computer, therefore I'm just going to put it on a sponge so it doesn't break. And freehanding it is fun, I do it, but if I've done something specific, I prefer not to freehand it because it's just faster for me to trace. There's no judgment here, it is my design, so I'm allowed to trace if I want to. And even if it isn't your design, just don't sell it. You can maybe make it for yourself. Yeah, no judgment. If you need to trace, trace. So I've traced him on, I don't know if you can actually see, but he's there. Because I know where the center is, I've marked it with my pencil. The center is there, and I'm actually going to look here to see if it's actually straight. And then I take it all the way down and just mark the middle. I'm just going to take the elephant, the other one. Leather hard is quite nice. It's leather hard, but it's perfect to carve right now, but I don't have to worry about it warping, which is fantastic. I'm quickly just going to draw the other side. Elephant done! So I'm going to start carving him out now. I've put him in a nice little bed of foam, so he's nice and secure and soft, so I don't have to put him on a hard surface, because if it breaks, yeah, not happy. This is my favorite carving tool, actually. It's a wooden carving tool, and as you can see, the edge is not as sharp as the pin tool. The pin tool, here it is super sharp, whereas this one is not as sharp. And I quite like it because I quite like thick lines, so this works quite well for me. I made it so that the vase isn't as thin, so it's actually easier to carve. Always something to consider. going to take a sponge and just make sure that it's damp. I've pushed out most of the water and I'm just going to go over the edges just to smooth them a little. Because if you make the sponge super wet, it's not going to work, because you're just going to close all the work that you've done. So you just make sure that it's damp and you just smooth it over. And then what I like to do, because I'm weirdo, I go again. Because this tool is nice and thick, it actually gives quite a nice effect if I go over it again. Especially with sharp corners, I don't like to zigzag too much, because you can actually easily break that part of the clay. So I usually take my time with it. Because if you go, this clay here will crack. Yeah, this part. And if you do make a mistake, like I just did, I drew a line there accidentally. So I usually don't press too hard when I go over it again, in case I don't follow the line. So you can always just take a sponge and fix it. Now for the other side. Done. Do you want to say bye? Bye! Thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye!